and welcome to this monthly Q&A session of ours that we conduct on the last Sunday of every month at 11 a.m. I would first of all, as you know, I normally start all these monthly Q&As with a success story, real life success story of some of my students. And today I would like to share the story of one of my very successful students. His name is Ishak Vora. And Ishak Vora came to me immediately he finished his graduation, and he decided to do this course after his graduation. And this was in the year 2004. He had come in the year 2004. That's when he studied with me. And immediately after doing the course, he joined a travel agency called Fly Fortune Travels. Actually, I got in touch with Ishak just yesterday, so and he's written down everything to me. He sent it, and it's a big, huge, long list of what he's done and where he is now. So I'm going to read it out to all of you. He joined a travel agency called Fly Fortune Travels, where he was offered a job as a sales executive. Right from the beginning, right from day one, he was in sales, and that is what over the years he mastered. So he started as a sales executive in that travel agency, and then he was offered a position with the GSA of Air Canada in Ahmedabad. And he worked with the GSA of Ahmedabad for a while, and he achieved great heights over there also, where he says that he received appreciation from the headquarters in Canada, from Air Canada. So achiever right from the beginning. He then applied to work with Kuwait Airways, which had decided to come online to Ahmedabad. They introduced direct flights between Ahmedabad and Kuwait, and they were looking for some good people to work for them. And they found Ishak, and Ishak joined Kuwait Airways, and he worked there as a sales executive for a while. For 2.5 years exactly, he writes that he worked there for 2.5 years. And 2.5 years later, I moved to Muscat to work with Jet Airways as a reservation supervisor. Look, guys, I've always been saying this all the time. Every time I talk about this, and I say that this certificate is recognized worldwide. It has acceptance all over the world. The industry recognizes these IATA qualifications around the world. And from Ahmedabad, he goes straight into Muscat to work for Jet Airways over there as a reservation supervisor. A year later, I went through a couple of interviews in Muscat, conducted by Qatar Airways. So he applied from Jet Airways, he applied to Qatar Airways and got hired to work in sales again as a sales executive for the Ahmedabad station. I don't know if you all have watched the history of how Ahmedabad has grown one after the other. Singapore Airlines was the first international airline which started operating to Ahmedabad. Kept on adding. There's Emirates, there's Etihad, there's Kuwait Airways. Similarly, Qatar Airways also decided to come online to Ahmedabad, and they had flights. Ishak being in Ahmedabad, being from Ahmedabad, they decided to select him, and they chose him as a sales executive. 3.5 years later, after working 3.5 years, he came back to Ahmedabad. 3.5 years later, I applied to Qatar Airways head sales team and got hired here at the hub. He is now based in for the team at the headquarters with Qatar Airways, and And 1.5 years later, he says, I got promoted to be a senior sales executive. From a sales executive, he became a senior sales executive. 1.5 years later, I was moved to the corporate team in the same capacity as a senior sales to handle the oil and gas, banking, and partly construction sector. So these are the sectors, major sectors in Doha. And he was responsible of handling all the sectors also. And travel agents to target in a team of 10 executives. You have to have that, Ishak, because the company also recognizes that you're the probably only one from those 10 who could achieve those targets, and that's the reason they may be giving you that. And I'm sure, since the last years, for 10 long years, it's a great achievement to be made, Ishak. I congratulate you very much on this big achievement of yours, and wish you all the very best. You're a senior sales executive just now, and well, I take a lot of pride in all your achievements. So, Ishak, keep it up and keep going. Work hard, be dedicated. Of course, all this I don't have to say now when you were my student, but I'll still keep on reminding you about that. Be sincere in whatever you do, and I'm sure Almighty Allah will bless you with all your dreams to come true. So this was my student Ishak Vora, who has been a great achiever. I feel so proud about him. Guys, it's only 15 years, if you see, from 2004 to we are now in 2019. What great achievements this young boy who had come to me as a young boy, what great achievements he has made. And now working with an airline like Qatar Airways, which is one of the finest airlines in the world, and being a senior sales executive in the headquarters of Qatar Airways and handling their core business over there, that's a very huge achievement according to me. What changed in Ishak's was immediately after his graduation, and he decided to do this course, and these are achievements that he has made. So I would invite all you youngsters who are watching this video, please consider this, and I'm sure you'll draw a lot of inspiration from this story of Ishak. So that was the success story of today. Uh, we'll now want to look at the questions which are pouring in. Before I look at the pre-question Q&A, we invite questions. But just now I have a question from Nitish Kumar, and he says, I want to travel around the world. What kind of course or job which competes me in career? Okay, great, Nitish Kumar. I really appreciate that you have a dream of traveling around the world. Okay, let me tell you. Let's talk about this industry as compared to people who want to be chartered accountants or be engineers or be doctors. This is one great possibility which this industry, the travel and tourism industry, provides you if you seek a career in this industry. Let's compare, or let's talk about a chartered accountant. Okay, how many chartered accountants would get to travel the world, and that too for free? Not many of them. And even if it's a chartered accountant or a doctor or an engineer, when they travel, it's huge costs that's involved. But this industry allows you to work in the industry and achieve this dream of yours of traveling the world. I have so many of my students who have done this course, Nitish, and they are working with some huge tour operating companies, and they all are now traveling as tour escorts to different parts of the world. They escort groups of people to travel to various countries. They travel to Far East, they travel to Europe, they travel to Africa, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan. So many of my students have even traveled to Japan. So if you want to, if you have that dream of traveling the world, come do this course. It's only 4.5 months, and you can make a career of your own. I was just talking about our success story, Ishak Vora today, who's working with Qatar Airways. Even he gets a chance to travel the world. Not only he, his family, or everybody, all his immediate family members, they all can avail free tickets to travel. It's not only you, even your family can benefit out of this. It's a great industry to be in. It's a great industry to be in, and you will definitely be able to travel the world if you join this industry, the travel and tourism industry. So today, as I said, we had invited a few questions pre our Q&A, and we have got some questions. I have Tanmay here today again. Tanmay,
Yeah,
good
hello
morning,
everyone. Good morning.
and thank you for coming on a Sunday morning and helping me out with this Q&A session of ours.
Yes.
Can we just go through the
Yes,
questions?
sure, sir. So we have one interesting question coming in
Hmm.
from Go Way Trips,
Hmm.
and he's asking, sir, I am a travel agent.
Hmm.
I want to be an IATA certified travel agent.
Hmm.
What do I need to do for that?
Okay, great. It's always good to be, IATA accredited travel agent as compared to being a non-IATA agent. It brings in a lot of value to your company, to your business. You can, normally I would have suggested, but recently, a very dear friend of mine, his name is Ankit Bajaj, and another senior colleague of ours, Mr. Hitang Shah. Both of them together have started a consultancy for this. So I would suggest that you get in touch with them. The name of their consultancy is Collective Consultancy Services. And Ankit Bajaj, his contact number is, I'll just read it out to you. It's 93277 61991. Ankit Bajaj, his contact number is 93277 61991. And Hitang Shah, his contact number is 98797 45555. It's called Collective Consultancy Services. And while I was talking to Ankit just a while ago, he told me that it's a great thing now that IATA has introduced something called IATA Go Light, and it's a very simple process. You can get in touch with these two gentlemen, and they will be able to help you get your agency IATA accredited. There's something called IATA Go Light, where no bank guarantees and all are required, and the cost is approximately 50,000 rupees for the entire application process to be done. Get in touch with one of them, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure you will have IATA accredited agency very soon. Yeah.
Sir, we should take one more question from the
Hmm.
chat itself.
Hmm.
Sunil, there is a question from Sunil Kumar.
Hmm.
He's asking, what is IATA versus non-IATA air ticketing?
Hi, Sunil Kumar. Welcome to this session, monthly Q&A session of ours. IATA versus non-IATA air ticketing. What is the difference? Sunil, if you are a IATA accredited travel agent, all the IATA airlines will recognize you and give you the ticket stock. You will have the ticket stock of all the IATA airlines. So Emirates, Singapore Airlines, Lufthansa, British Airways, all IATA participating airlines. 190, more than 190 airlines participate in that. You get the ticket stock. You hold the stock, ticket stock. Those air, and apart from giving you the ticket stock, they will even agents unfortunately are not recognized by these airlines, so they do not have any ticket stock. That's the major difference. Apart from that, the IATA accreditation, apart from just that ticketing part that you're talking about, they bring in a lot more value. The IATA accreditation brings in a lot more value. You can get on to the IATA website, or you can, as I told you just a minute ago, get in touch with my friend Ankit Bajaj, and he'll be able to help you more on that.
And so Aman Khan is asking a question about
Hmm.
the course. He's asking what is the best course for airline?
Aman Khan, I was talking about a success story today, and I was talking about Ishak Vora. He did this IATA Foundation course, and he's working with Qatar Airways in Doha today. So the same thing for you. I would recommend come do the IATA Foundation course. I have so many of my students who work with airlines, not only here in Ahmedabad, but all over the world. They work with airlines, with different airlines. I can see one more question from Nitish. Hi, Nitish. I know you're from Hyderabad. No, we are based in Ahmedabad. We do not have any branch in Hyderabad. I understand that you are studying there and you would like to finish this course parallelly. You can get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me. You can call. You can go visit our website, which is www.ittio.com, and through that website get in touch with me, and I'll help you do a distance learning for a period of time, and I'll assist you. So you can get in touch with me, stay in Hyderabad and do a distance learning if you want, if you would like to. So get in touch with me, Nitish.
And so we have a question from Arslan Alam. He's asking, sir, how many percentage is required in 12th to get admission in ITDI?
Arsalan, there is no such requirement. You should have cleared your 12th standard, and immediately after that, you can do this course. There is no minimum percentage or anything that's required. You can just get in touch with us, Arsalan, and get more information about the course. We are starting a new batch from the 10th of July, which is not very far now. 10 days away. So please get in touch with us as soon as you can, and we will help you out to do this course and start your career in this great industry, the travel and tourism industry. So you can get in touch with us, Arsalan.
Aman Khan has one more question.
How ticketing is best course in the world? Please tell me when new batch going to be started. Zafar, I just mentioned new batch is beginning on the 10th of July. So very few seats left on that. Please get in touch with us ASAP. Probably tomorrow morning, you should call the institute. And the contact number of the institute is 079 or 079 Get in touch with us, and you can also start doing this course. You'll be able to do this course and start up with your career in the industry. Yeah.
And Vishal has a question. He's asking, what is the job like in any tourism department?
What is the job like, Vishal? This again, particular the tourism industry is a very vast industry, Vishal. Travel and tourism industry gives you opportunities in various departments and in various capacities to work. I cannot pinpoint exactly that this is the kind of job that you do. See, if you work with an airline, it's a different kind of a role that you play. If you work in a travel agency, it's a different kind of a role that you play. If you work in a tour operating company, it's a different kind. Let's take an airline, okay? And if at an airline you're working with, if you're working with in an airline, if you're working at the airport with an airline, at the airport there may be so many different jobs that would be involved. There may be so many different jobs. You do check-in, you do ticketing, you do baggage, you do ramp, you do load and trim, you do arrivals. So many different roles. If you're working with a travel agency, you can be working in the ticketing department, in the visas department, in the tours department, where you may be designing tours, Again, tours also. Certain companies do outbound tourism. Certain companies do inbound tourism. So it's a huge industry. It's a vast industry. You may be doing many different kinds of jobs, depending on where you decide to join. Okay, whether you want to join a travel agency or you want to join an airline, depending on that, you will get to do. Aman Khan, do we have a branch in Mumbai? No, we unfortunately do not have a branch. We have only one branch in Ahmedabad. But as I said to Nitish from Hyderabad, get in touch with me if you want to do a distance learning. Over the weekends, I'll take you all through. We can do video conferencing, and we can conduct the class for you. And I can guide you through doing this course. It would take only around 5 months to finish this course. So it's not a big time that it takes. So I would welcome you. I've just given my contact numbers. Get in touch with me. Yeah.
And so we have a question from Priyanka. I think it will take a lot of understanding. But she's asking, what if you could make a career in travel and tourism? What will be your future scope, and what is the current scenario of travel and tourism industry in India? It's a vast question.
It's a vast question. What will be your future scope? I might just request you, Priyanka, to go through what I just said right in the beginning, the success story. That's the scope. Ishak Vora, working as senior sales executive for one of the finest airline in the world, Qatar Airways, and he's based at the hub, at the head office, at the headquarters in Doha. So yeah, that could be the scope. You can grow, and as I said, that this certificate allows you to work anywhere in the world. It allows you to work anywhere in the world. It's recognized all over the world. What is the scenario of the travel and tourism industry here in India? Uh, Let me just share one little information with you, okay? And you'll be able to gauge from that where we are and what's going to happen. The industry is growing by leaps and bounds, okay? Just now, the industry is growing by leaps and bounds. Just recently, last September, I was invited by IATA to attend this conference, a seminar in New Delhi, where IATA, along with the government of India and the Ministry of Aviation, they were celebrating something that has never happened anywhere in the world. Okay, they were celebrating 50 consecutive months of double-digit growth of the aviation sector in India. They were celebrating 50 consecutive months of double-digit growth of the aviation sector in India. And I was fortunate enough to be invited for that. I thank IATA and all my friends at IATA for inviting me for that great function and the great celebration that we had. So imagine, this has never ever happened anywhere in the world in the history of aviation, that the aviation industry could have grown at that pace, and that too for 50 consecutive months. So it was a great moment, and it was a huge celebration that we went through, and that's the kind of growth that's happening in India. And the other little trivia I would like to share with you, uh, go search how many percentage of the citizens of India hold a passport, and you'll be shocked and you'll be surprised to see those figures. I don't recollect the exact percentage, but it's not more than 8 or 9% of nationals of India who hold a passport. Imagine, with that kind of that little percentage of people who are holding a passport. Imagine when it doubles up from 8 to 16 and 16 to 32, what's going to happen? So many more people to travel. So it's in a great phase of growth. I've always said that I've spent 30 years in this industry. The growth that I have not seen in the 30 years of being in this industry, The growth in the coming years is going to be much, much more than that. Much, much more than that. Please don't think much. Join this industry. You'll have a great career. Yeah.
So we should take one more question on
Hmm.
the chat.
Hmm.
Zafar Alam is asking, sir, please tell me how much English is needed in this field. Can a student do this course having normal English?
Hmm.
And also tell me about the job opportunity.
Job opportunities I have talked about, Zafar. Normal English, most welcome. I have never discouraged. I live in Ahmedabad, which is in Gujarat, and there are many distinguished schools who still continue to teach only in Gujarati medium. They are more than 100 years. They are so reputed schools, and they teach only in Gujarati medium. I get many students from the Gujarati medium to come and do this course with me, and I have never ever turned down anybody that you do not know English. Can a language be a barrier in anybody's success, in the life success? No, it cannot be a barrier. Language can never be a barrier. I have never believed in that. So if you know normal English, it's just a few, it's थोड़ा वक्त लगेगा जफर, लेकिन एक बार अगर आप इंग्लिश बात करना शुरू कर दोगे, लैंग्वेज सीखने का एक ही तरीका है, यू जस्ट हैव टू स्पीक, उस भाषा को बोलना पड़ेगा आपको। जैसे ही आप बोलना शुरू कर देंगे वो बहुत आसान हो जाती है। एक बार अगर आप उस माहौल में आ जाओगे जहां पर सारे इंग्लिश में बात करते हैं, हमारा जो कोर्स है वो भी इंग्लिश में, क्लास भी इंग्लिश में ही कंडक्ट होता है, यू विल ग्रेजुअली टेक अप। मेरे पास ऐसे कई स्टूडेंट्स हैं। मोहम्मद अमीन वोरा एक मेरा स्टूडेंट है जो गुजराती मीडियम में पढ़ा हुआ था, और वो वोडाफोन के गुजराती कॉल सेंटर में काम किया करता था। उसने भी ये कोर्स किया, और आज मुझे बड़ा गर्व होता है ये बताने में कि मोहम्मद अमीन वोरा, जिसको अंग्रेजी नहीं आती थी, वो आज दुबई में बैठे हैं और अंग्रेजों को घुमाते हैं दुबई। तो ये भी पॉसिबिलिटी है। आज तक मैंने किसी को डिस्करेज नहीं किया है, या मैंने किसी को ऐसा नहीं कहा आपको इंग्लिश नहीं आता है आप लाइफ में कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे। नहीं, भाषा किसी की मर्यादा नहीं बन सकती, किसी के जीवन की मर्यादा नहीं बन सकती। सो डोंट वरी मच अबाउट इट। इंग्लिश अगर आपको मीडियम इंग्लिश आता है तो ठीक है, आप आ जाइए, जुड़ जाइए। या आई कैन गाइड यू थ्रू इंग्लिश को कैसे आपको इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, उसके लिए भी मैं आपको गाइड कर दूंगा।
Sir, I have a question now from Shubham. Does the aviation industry come under travel and tourism?
Of course, aviation is a part of the travel and tourism. Both are hand in glove. Aviation, travel, and tourism. It's all one thing. There's no difference in that. There's no difference in that. Yeah.
And sir, now there is one more question. Can you comment on the education sector in India? Nobody talks about the travel and tourism industry till the 12th standard or even after that.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Who's asked this question?
Sir, we do not have name of the person.
Okay. Yeah. But what a wise question this is. I will not be able to comment on the education sector in India, but for sure, I would like to take this up. Yes, that there are not many students who talk about making a career in the travel and tourism industry. People talk about only those, defined careers, be a doctor, be an engineer, be a chartered accountant, be a, they just stick to that. They do not think anything apart from that. And that's a very unfortunate part. I have been doing this. I've been training people in the travel and tourism industry for 21 long years. And even I sometimes struggle to say this, hey guys, come on, this industry can give you a great career also. Think about this industry. I've always been educating and educating students to give it a serious thought. Even the travel and tourism can give you a serious career. Start thinking about this as making a career. What does it take? It takes only 4.5 months to do this course and get a degree and get a certificate which is recognized all over the world. So that's what I would like to say to everyone, all the youngsters, or all the people who are willing to do, or passionate about travel. Like how today we had Nitish Kumar, who said, I want to travel the world over. this industry can make it possible. This industry can make it possible. This career can make it possible. So come on over, all of y'all, and get in touch, join this course, and get to a great career, start a great career in this industry.
So we have one live question,
Hmm.
which is, sir, I completed my IITA, and how can I get a good job?
How can I get a good job, Mishal? I don't know where you are based, Mishal. If you can just quickly write that on the chat, where are you based? I'll quickly be able to tell you then which part of the world are you in, and I'll guide you through. Just let me know where you are based.
So meanwhile, let's take this question.
Hmm.
What information is given to students in the
Hmm.
course? It is asked by Amit.
Hmm. What information is given in this course? We do the foundation course. We do the foundation course, IATA foundation course. Um, the name itself suggests foundation. It itself suggests that it's a course for beginners, but there is some great information in this course. Okay, you can visit my website. You can visit our website, which is www.ittih.com, to find the key topics about this course. But let me just tell you very quickly that this course, even though it's a beginner's course, it brings you up to a level which is intermediary level. You can immediately, you can immediately start working, or you can start your own, you can become an entrepreneur if you want to be. You can do it brings you up to a level where you can immediately start working in an agency or in an airline. It gives you all that knowledge. You're ready to work. You're ready to work immediately and start something also on your own. Yeah.
Mishal is based in Kerala.
Mishal, you're in Kerala. Kerala, there are Kerala itself, God's own country. So much of tourism happening in God's own country. You can get in touch with some of the great tour operators over there who operate. There are so many tourists who come into Kerala, Mishal. Apart from these tourism companies, there are many travel agencies also where you can look for jobs, and there are many airlines. All the domestic airlines fly into Kerala. You can apply to all these airlines. You can visit the websites of all these airlines and look at the careers, and they may have vacancies at Cochin or Trivandrum or somewhere, and you can apply. If you've done your IATA, you can also apply for jobs in the Middle East, in the Gulf countries. I know of so many of my friends from Kerala who work in the Middle East, and they all like to go there and work. So even you can, apply for jobs somewhere in the Middle East. There are many job openings in travel agencies and airlines, even in the Middle East. Good luck and God bless.
SV.
Hmm. I have completed the IITA course, but which sector pays the most? Travel or airline? SV. I have always told all my students, don't worry about choosing travel agency or airline. I've always advocated one door that opens up, get into it. Once you are in the industry, just get into it. Don't worry about the salaries and all. Like how today's success story, my student Isha Bora, if you listen to the beginning, right in the beginning of this video, if you listen to that, he joined a small travel agency. Today he is working for Qatar Airways in Doha as a senior sales executive. So you just need to step in. You just need to get into the industry, and once the industry starts recognizing you, you start growing. You will not have to bother about. So in the beginning, when you are a beginner, I would just say step in the first door that opens up for you. Step into that, and you'll start growing in the industry. Yeah.
Mayuresh Sathe has asked a question. Can I become a flight attendant after IITA?
Mayuresh, we do not do anything. There are no trainings available for flight attendants, unfortunately. And we also do not do any training for flight attendants. There may be some courses going on, but I have a few of my students. In fact, Aarti Peshwani, who introduced me to this medium of videos for communications. She is a flight attendant now. She started after doing this course. How did she get there? After doing this course, she joined Go Air as ground staff at the airport. And then the minute there was some openings in Go Air, they would first any airline, what they do is first they invite from inside, so they send out an internal vacancy to become flight attendants, and she applied there. She flew with Go Air, then she got a job with Kingfisher as a flight attendant, and now ultimately she is flying with Qatar Airways. And even Aarti is based in Doha. Hello Aarti, if you're listening, or might be sometimes you listen, I'm sure you're doing well. Good luck and God bless, Aarti. So that's how they become flight attendants. This foundation course doesn't talk about anything to be flight attendants, but you can get a job in an airline, and then through the internal vacancies you can start. And they give an advantage. If you want to be a flight attendant and you've done a course of IATA, they will give you an advantage of that. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, I'll read out one more question. It's asked by Nikki Raj.
Hmm.
If you are not a graduate and just certified by IATA, what will be your starting salary?
Salaries, I always talk about this. Don't talk about salaries. Who's asking?
Nikki.
Nikki Raj. Nikki, don't worry much about the salaries, bacha. Just get on. I just said this. I mentioned this. That the first door opens up. Get into that. Listen to the success story. He started in a small travel agency. Probably he didn't earn that much. Today, sitting in Doha, working with Qatar Airways for 10 long years, and being a senior sales executive over there, you can imagine how much salary Ishak may be drawing. Yeah. So don't worry much about this industry provides you great perks. I was just mentioning that this industry allows you to travel the world, and that too for free. How many people in their life can travel the world or think about it? They take one trip in 2 years or 3 years, because it's not very cheap to travel abroad, isn't it? It's an expensive affair. So anybody would think twice before there are people who plan, who invest in mutual funds, thinking that we'll go one day, take a trip, and they plan for 3 years, 5 years. Here it won't even take you 5 minutes to apply for a free ticket if you're working for an airline, and take off and go on a holiday. So don't worry much about the salaries. This industry provides you great perks, which are also huge. So you cannot compare it with any other. Yeah. SV, thank you for appreciating. Yeah, I try and do this because youngsters like you who want to get some direction or get some advice. So thank you that you're appreciating it. Good luck to you, and God bless.
Yeah, so we are done with the question.
Yeah, so great session. We went past 30 minutes. It's almost 39 minutes, and great interaction. All you youngsters who connect with me. So we shall meet again now on which what is the last Sunday? 28th of July. 28th of July. Am I right? Yeah. So I shall see all of y'all again on the 28th of July. Till then, take good care of yourselves. And in the meanwhile, in between, if you have any questions, y'all can call me, y'all can write to me, and I'll try and address your questions as and when I come across them. And good luck to all of y'all. May God bless you. And may you all have a great career in the travel and tourism industry, all of y'all who are 28th of July. I always, SV, I always come on live on the last Sunday of the month at 11 a.m. At 11 o'clock in the morning. I will see you all. So good luck and God bless. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.